Shout out to Chiefs Kingdom because we crossed 20,000 subscribers during our Week 1 watch party against the Cleveland Browns. It was a lot of fun. You guys are the best. So appreciate the 20K, and hey, let's get to 21K. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe by hitting that big red button because the more subscribers we get, the more videos we'll continue to do here on the Chiefs Report. Today's show is presented by Magic Spoon, and guys, if you want the healthiest, highest protein packed cereal on the market, Magic Spoon is the place to go. Try their different flavors. I'm a big fan of the peanut butter, 13 grams of protein per serving on average, and 0 grams of net sugar. Get $5 off your first order at magicspoon.com/Chiefs. It is overreaction in the NFL, Overreaction Monday, I should say. So let's jump on into it. 5 overreactions, or maybe reactions that aren't overreactions, that have been floating around the internet, that have been circulating around this team in the past 24 hours since following the Week 1 win. How about this one? Extend Tyrann Mathieu immediately. Yeah, the Chiefs missed Tyrann Mathieu in this game. There is no doubt about it. Now, Kansas City adjusted in the second half and did a much better job of limiting some of the big plays that Cleveland was able to hit in the first half, but there's no doubt they missed his presence. There's no doubt they missed his coverage ability, his turnover ability as well. Get this done. Extend Tyrann Mathieu ASAP. Luckily, he should be able to return in Week 2 after getting off the COVID-19 list, but you want him beyond this year. This is a cornerstone player in the National Football League, so get Tyrann Mathieu extended ASAP if you're Brett Veach. All right, next overreaction. Is this the best big three in NFL history? And, of course, we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce. I saw Kendrick Perkins of ESPN throw this out there. Some other folks have mentioned it as well. Well, let's just look at what they did during this Week 1 matchup. We'll start with the quarterback who makes it all happen, Patrick Mahomes, who I gave an A-plus grade on our post-game recap yesterday. He was tremendous. 27 of 36, 337 yards, 3 touchdown passes, ran for another touchdown, no interceptions, continues his streak of 0 interceptions in the month of September, has never lost a game in September. He came out firing like he does every single year. It helps when you have Tyreek Hill, who is just an absolute maniac on the football field with how fast he is and the separation he can generate. 11 catches, 200 yards just about, a touchdown, including that electric 75-yard chunk from Mahomes to Hill to make it a 29-27 game. And then, of course, Travis Kelce getting the game-winning touchdown, one of 2 touchdowns on the day, 6 catches, 76 yards, including a long of 19. He was just working the middle of the field. And I told you guys going into this game, hit the deep balls with Tyreek and then open up the middle with Kelce, and that is exactly what happened. This big three is absolutely electric, and there's a good argument it's the best we've ever seen. So what do you guys think? Is this the best trio ever? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I think there's a strong argument for it. I think this trio of Mahomes, Kelce, and Hill isn't slowing down anytime soon. There's been some good ones in NFL history, but let me know. Y for yes, N for no. We might expand on this in a future video, but for now, get your votes in. And while you're doing that, you might as well go ahead and get your order in on the best Magic Spoon cereal on the planet, the best cereal on the planet, I should say, which is Magic Spoon. Get $5 off your first order, magicspoon.com/Chiefs. We keep telling you guys about the benefits. It's healthy, it's protein-packed, it's got 0 grams of sugar. Obviously, the stuff at the grocery store tastes good, but so does Magic Spoon, and it's not fattening, it's not sugary, it's healthy, actually. It's gluten-free, it's grain-free, it's keto-friendly, it's absolutely fantastic, and you can get $5 off at magicspoon.com/Chiefs. We got tons of flavors. I like the peanut butter, I also like the cocoa right there as well, but you can try the blueberry, the cinnamon, the frosted, the fruity, tons of different flavors at your disposal. Grab a box, grab 4 boxes. It's Magic Spoon. Get magicspoon.com/Chiefs. Childlike cereal for grown-ups. That is what they brand their cereal because it's delicious, but it's actually healthy. Next item, I should say, on Overreaction Monday for the Kansas City Chiefs, Orlando Brown is overrated. This feels like a big overreaction. Now, that being said, Myles Garrett gave Orlando Brown major issues. He beat him several times, and hey, Myles Garrett does that. This is a top 3, top 5 pass rusher in the NFL. That being said, you're hoping Orlando Brown's a top 5-ish tackle in the NFL, at least in the near future, and to be fair, he was on the shorter end of the stick on this matchup throughout this game. He won some, but he certainly lost plenty against Myles Garrett. Here's his grade from PFF. Overall, 55.9, bad. His pass blocking was atrocious. Better against the run, which we kind of knew that coming in. He's, played in that run-heavy scheme in Baltimore. He still has some work to do as a pass blocker, but needs to play better than that. Gave up a sack, gave up 5 pressures. Hopefully he'll play better. I don't think it was a total disaster by any means, and I'm certainly not going to panic after one game against arguably the best pass rusher in the National Football League. But this is a player you've invested in via trade. You're going to pay a lot of money after this year if all goes well. You need him to be a cornerstone on this offensive line. There's just no way around it. So I think he'll play better. I think he'll improve in this scheme. Overall, I think the offensive line played okay. That's a tough front in Cleveland. I will say this, kind of circling back to Patrick Mahomes, he handled pressure so much better in this game than he did in the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, he was bailing from the pocket. In this game, he was stepping up to avoid pressure, which gave him better opportunities to make plays down the field. So how worried, if at all, are you about Orlando Brown? 1 being you're not worried, 10 being you're panicking. You're like, oh no, was this a bad trade? I'm at like a 3. I'm not that worried. I think he'll get this figured out. He's still a young, talented player that continues to improve. I'm not at a 1, but I'm not at a 7 or 8 either. I'll go 3 for Orlando Brown. I think he'll continue to improve and play better as this season goes along. Okay, a couple more here. Chris Jones for Defensive Player of the Year here on Overreaction Monday. I don't think this is. I think he's going to be right there in the mix to have a massive season. Now, he didn't have a Chandler Jones game. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks for Arizona. That's just unheard of against the Titans. Jones had 2, though, against a damn good offensive line in the Cleveland Browns. 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, a couple of TFLs, had 3 tackles as well, a couple more hurries. Chris Jones was dominant. He was absolutely dominant against Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Got some key pressures late as well, was in the mix when he threw that interception. So this is what you need. This is what you've paid for, especially when Frank Clark is out like he was with that hamstring injury. You need Chris Jones to come out and be dominant, and he absolutely was because, quite frankly, the rest of that defensive line was just okay in Week 1. Didn't think Jarran Reed played that well. I think he'll play better moving forward, but Chris Jones, he was dominant, and that is exactly what you need. How many sacks will Stone Cold Jones have this year? Get your votes in. Two sacks through 1 game, on pace for 34. Don't think that's going to happen, but I told you guys 15 sacks was not out of the realm of possibility. So predict a number for me. 12, 8, 15, 17. How many sacks for Chris Jones this year? And then our final item here on Overreaction Monday. How about benching Charvarius Ward? I just, he got torched, man. He looked like the guy last year. I think we were hoping, maybe he just had a down year. And, yeah, Cleveland's good. They have good schemes. They have good players. But OBJ wasn't even playing. It was mostly Jarvis Landry and Anthony Schwartz, the rookie out of Auburn. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, he's got to play better than this. You got L'Jarius Sneed, who is going to be a really good corner. Mike Hughes made the game-sealing interception. He played well, but I just wonder what the deal is. Why can't Rashad Fenton get on the field? 0 snaps on defense yesterday. Only played 5 total snaps on special teams. Give Rashad Fenton a look, man, at CB2. Let's just see what he can do. Every time he's in the game, it seems like he makes plays. But this staff just loves Charvarius Ward for some reason. And I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying he's a terrible player. But he has not earned just the right to start every week without thinking twice about it. I think Rashad Fenton deserves snaps and deserves an opportunity to get to see what he can show in real NFL games. So pick a cornerback. RF for Rashad Fenton, CW for Charvarius Ward. Which corner would you rather see be out there? Get your votes in, and we will see you next time here on the Chiefs Report. Overreaction Monday. If you guys enjoyed this video, let us know, and we'll continue to do it throughout the season.